Good morning and welcome to a New York Times Hard Sudoku. Today is February the 27th, 2023. I transferred the grid from the New York Times website over to Sudoku Exchange because there have been some requests for better markup than the New York Times user interface allows. Here I can use the cursor to colorize certain squares, and I agree that this looks better, and I agree that this makes following the videos much easier. I'm going to be busy today. I have set myself the task of trying to find a new laptop. The one I'm using just doesn't have the power to run effectively both the Davinci Resolve video editing application and Affinity Photo for stills. It's really not easy to find a new laptop, I have to say. I am a retired computer software engineer and architect, but that was software. And I have a very nice relationship with software, but hardware just eludes me. So I'm going to do a lot of research today. That is not going to stop me from attempting to solve this puzzle, though. So we got a couple of 8s blocking these squares here, and we got this 8 blocking up. So this square must be an 8. We also need to find homes for a 4 and a 7 in these 3 squares here. Let's see. That's not immediately possible, but I'll keep. Oh, hang on, it is because the 7 blocks over here and the 7 blocks down here. So this, of course, is a 7. So now we just need to find a space for a 4. It needs to go either here or here. And a 2 must go here or here. And also a 2 could go here, of course. And the 4s. There aren't many 4s, but look here. This 4 is blocking over here. This 4 blocks down here. So one of these 2 squares must be a 4. So a ghost 4 blocking up here, and this 4 blocking up here, this 4 blocking across like so, makes this a 4. One, 2, and 8 now for these squares. And I can't solve. Oh, yes, we got a 2 and an 8 blocking here, so this must be a 1. And we got this 1 blocking up and this 1 blocking down, making this a 1. And now one of these must be a 1. A remote 2 and 8 pair here now. A 6 must go here or here because of the 6 blocking and the 6 blocking here. Oh, talking about the 6s, these 2 6s block here and the 6 blocks down here. So 6 must go here. And now this 6 blocks up, this 6 blocks up, this 6 blocks over, and therefore this must be a 6. We got 2 6s now blocking over like this, and we got this 6 blocking up, and therefore this is a 6. These 2 6s are blocking like so, and this 6 blocks across. So here's a 6 for you. We need one more 6, I believe. Yes, and it needs to go here because of these 6s blocking. This is where it needs to go. And that's it for the 6s for this grid. This 1 must go in one of these squares here. The 8 is accounted for here, so the 8 must go in one of these squares. And I can't make out yet which one is going to be. 2, 3, 7, 9 for these 4 squares. So 3 and a 7 here, so this is a 2 or a 9. But I shouldn't make this difficult for myself, should I? There's a 7 blocking down here, and there's a 7 blocking down here, giving me a totally free, single, naked 7 for this square. And now we need a 2, 3, and a 9 for these squares here, and they cannot yet be resolved. I am noticing that the 4 can't go here, the 4 can't go here, so one of these two squares must be a 4. It's not helping me right now, but I'll keep it in memory, I hope, and to see what happens. A 2, 3, 8, and a 9 for these 4 squares. There's an 8 and a 9 blocking here, so this is a 2 or a 3. There's a 3 and a 9 blocking here, so this is a 2 or an 8. That's quite interesting, but not quite good enough. I need more, much more. This is a 1 or a 7, because we need to find a 1, 2, 4, 5, and a 7 for this column. There's a 4, 5, and a 2 blocking here, so this is a 1 or a 7. Can I use that for anything? Not really. We do have a nice 1, 7 pair here and here, so we know that 1 and a 7 must go in 2 of these 3 squares. But it's too early to try to figure out which square it's going to be. There's also something going on with the 4s and the 5s. We got a 4 and a 5 here, and we got a 4 and a 5 here blocking this square. So these two squares can't be a 4, and they can't be a 5. So we know that a 5 must go here or here, but the 4 could also go here, here, or here. So it's not yet quite good enough. Speaking of 5s, though, there's a couple of 5s blocking up here, and therefore this is a very obvious 5, which I didn't spot until just now. Shame on me. And this 5 actually completes the two candidates here, because as we spoke about a moment ago, one of these has to be a 4 for the simple reason that a 4 can't go here, and a 4 can't go here, and a 4 can't go here. So this is a 4 in one of these two squares. And the exact same is true for the 5. The 5 can't go here, and the 5 can't go here, and the 5 can't go here. So these two are 4s and 5s. We know from earlier that this is a 1 or a 7. We still need to find a 2. So a 2 must go here or here. And that's also not yet good enough. But we got the 4s and the 5 here. What else is missing from this block number 9? A 3, 9, and a 7, and a 2. So the 2 now, because 2 blocks down here, and these are 4s and 5s, one of these must be a 2. One of these must be a 9, and the 3, well, could go here or here or here. So it's still not clear where to put what. But let's work with our short-term memory and the 4s and the 5s here and see what else we can dig out. Oh, brother, didn't I just say that one of these has to be a 2? Because the 2 blocks down here, and these have to be 4 and 5. So a 2 must go here or here, and therefore, guess what? It can't go here. And that must be an 8, and this must be a 2. Yes, it's still relatively early in the day. And we find a few digits up here now, I think. We need to find a 2, 3, 8, and a 9 for these 4 squares. Now there's a 2 and a 3 and an 8 all staring at this square, which now must be a 9. And one of these must be a 3. One of these must be an 8, and a 2 could basically go anywhere in these 3 squares. But we got the 9. And because we got this 9 blocking down here, that makes one of these 3 squares a 9, and therefore, since this square can't be a 9, this must be a 9. And we got the 9 blocking over here and blocking over here, and the 9 blocking down here. So this is a 9, and we know that this is a 2 because we just discussed it. And having discussed it, we don't have to look at it again. So these 2 squares now must be a 3 and a 7. So what happened over here with these 2 squares? We need to find a 2 and a 3. And they will remain hidden for the time being. Down here, we need to find a 2, 3, and an 8. There's an 8 blocking over. There's an 8 blocking over, so this is an 8. This is now a 2 and a 3. We got a 2 in the row, so this is a 3 and this is a 2. Now this is a 2. And these have to be 8s and what was the other one? 8 and 3. We have a 3 in the row, so this is an 8 and this is a 3. Yes, I think this is correct. This last square must be a 3. We got a 3 blocking over, so one of these squares must be a 3, and we have a 3 here. So one of these 2 squares is a candidate for a 3. These 3 must be a 2, 4, and a 9. 2, 4, 9. No can do, not yet anyway. What's happening up here? A 1, 5, and an 8. 8, 8, no, no, no. Strange. I'll have to work a little harder, I think. These 2 have to be a 7 and a 1. We got the 4 blocking over here and the 4 blocking down. So one of these is a 4. We also have a 5 blocking over. This 5 blocks over here. No, I don't know where the 5 is going to go. But we found a 2 up here, didn't we? And that 2 blocks over here. This 2 blocks over here. This 2 blocks up here. So this is a 2. Does that change anything for column 9? A 3, 4, 5, and a 7. There's a 3, 4, and a 5 blocking here. So this must be a 7. We also have a 7 in this square, I think, didn't we? Because we have a 4, 5 here. We got a 7 blocking over here. So this is a 7. I remember the other one was a 3, so it has to go here. Now, the 7 blocks up here and the 7 blocks over here and the 7 blocks over here, like so. So this is a 7, and this 1 blocks up, this 1 blocks over, and therefore this is a 1, making this a 1. It's going rather smoothly now. Here we are looking for a 4, 5, and an 8. We've got a 4 and a 5 in the row, so this is an 8. But the 4, 5, and an 8 here still leaves this square, and that needs to be a 9. So these squares now must be a 3, 5, and a 4. 5, 4 here, so this is a 3. 5 here, so this is a 4, and therefore this must be a 5. Across here, we are looking for a 2 and a 4. The 4 obviously blocks here, so this is a 2 and this is a 4. These 2 squares must be a 2, which can't go here because of this 2 here. So this is a 2, while I'm thinking about the next digit, which appears to be a 9. And that makes this a 9, of course. This last square must be a 3. So we got 9s blocking like so, and like so. So this is a 9. What are these two? They are 5 and a 4. We got a 4 in the row. So this must be the 5. This must be the 4. Can we do something here? Not yet. The 4 and the 5? Not yet. We'll find something else to look at, I think. These two must be a 1 and an 8. We got an 8 in the column. So the 1 goes here and the 8 here. And we got the 1 blocking down now. And we got a couple of 1s blocking over. So this is a 1. 1 digit missing. That's a 7. Making this a 7, and therefore this must be a 5, making one of these a 5. And one of these is a 5. So we got to dig out a 4 somewhere. What are these two? They are a 2 and a 5. No, these are a 2 and a 4. We got a 2 in the row. So this is a 4, this is a 2, this is a 4, this is a 5. This is a 5, and this must therefore be the last digit is a 3. There you go. That was a New York Times hard Sudoku puzzle for today. I hope you enjoyed it and that you'll come back for more soon. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.